Have you ever felt trapped in an endless cycle of debt, as if you're sinking deeper into a financial abyss with no way out? If so, you're not alone. Millions of people around the world face the overwhelming burden of debt every day, struggling to find a way to escape and reach the financial stability they dream of. But what if I told you there's a way to transform this seemingly desperate situation into a journey toward prosperity? In this video, we'll reveal a powerful strategy for becoming wealthy by paying off debt. This isn't a trick or an empty promise. Get ready to discover proven principles that can help you not only eliminate debt but also build wealth and achieve your most ambitious financial goals. Throughout this video, we'll explore why debt can actually be a tool for financial growth, if managed wisely and strategically. We'll break down common myths about debt and reveal the secrets behind turning liabilities into assets. Get ready for a journey of financial discovery and empowerment. Now is the time to take control of your financial future and start a new era of abundance and freedom. Let's dive in and see how you can use debt to your advantage, rather than letting it control your life. Following advice is inspired by Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Many people know how to get out of debt, but few understand how to use debt to benefit themselves. There are many misconceptions imposed by the wealthy on the poor and middle class. These patterns of misinformation keep people stuck in the same financial mindset, saving money, living below their means, and fearing money simply because they don't understand how it works. Let's challenge these ideas and learn how to make debt work for you. The idea that you must get out of debt and stay away from it to succeed is a myth repeated because people lack financial education. Many so-called experts will tell you to avoid debt because they believe it's inherently bad. But the truth is, the ways the rich stay rich and keep the poor poor are often counterintuitive. While paying off debt and saving money may seem like the path to wealth, it can actually be a trap if you don't understand how money really works. Rich people often have a lot of debt, but they also have assets that outweigh those debts. In fact, the wealthy don't just have debt, they use it to get richer. They know that if everyone understood how to use debt to build wealth, there would be more competition for the assets they buy with that debt. The difference between the rich and the poor when it comes to debt is understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt. Rich Dad Project exists to help level the playing field between the rich, the poor, and their debts. It's crucial to learn the difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt is the kind that makes you poorer, like credit card debt or car loans used to buy liabilities. Ironically, this is the debt that those who say debt is bad use to convince the poor. Good debt, on the other hand, is the kind that makes you richer, like a loan for an investment property or equipment for your business that generates a return. Bad debt is any debt that takes money out of your pocket. This includes credit card debt, auto loans, and other forms of borrowing used to buy things that lose value or don't generate income. These debts can quickly become a burden, making it harder to achieve financial freedom. Understanding which debts are making you poorer is the first step toward changing your financial future. Good debt is used to buy assets, things that put money in your pocket. For example, a loan for an investment property or equipment for your business that generates income. The rich use this kind of debt to buy assets or create products that they sell to others. A simple example of good debt is buying real estate with a bank loan, where your tenant pays the cost of the debt while putting money in your pocket. Say you get a loan from the bank to buy a property. You only need to put down a small percentage, maybe 20% or even less. Then you rent out the property and your tenant pays the cost of the debt while also putting money in your pocket. In real estate, you can buy investment properties with debt, using the bank's money for most of the purchase price. Your job is to find a deal where the rent covers the debt and gives you a decent return on your investment. Using simple math, if you have $100,000 in cash, you could buy one property for $100,000 that generates $800 a month in cash flow. Or you could use good debt to buy 5 properties, putting $20,000 down on each and borrowing the rest. With a 5% interest rate, your loan payments might be $500 per property, leaving you with $300 in cash flow per property each month. That's $1,500 total per month, an annual return much higher than if you just used your own money. Same principle applies to business. If you use good debt to buy equipment or expand your operations, the cash flow from your business can cover the debt and generate income. These earnings can then be used to take on more good debt, creating even more cash flow. The key is to think of debt as a tool, not a burden, especially when you have the financial education to make it work for you. Debt doesn't have to be a negative word. With the right financial education, you can see how debt can work in your favor. Of course, taking on good debt can be difficult if you're already in a financial hole. That's why it's important to get out of bad debt first so you can start investing with good debt. The goal isn't to eliminate all debt, but to use debt that makes you richer. Here's a practical example. Say you have $1,000, maybe from selling something valuable. You could put it in a mutual fund, which might earn a little more than a savings account, but not much. However, if you use that $1,000 as a down payment on a $500,000 property, you've acquired a $500,000 asset with just $1,000. The difference, $499,000, is good debt. If the property generates positive cash flow, your tenants pay the debt and you build wealth. First step to paying off your debt starts in your mind. It's essential to understand that you'll need to make sacrifices to achieve financial freedom. This means postponing immediate comfort to secure a more comfortable future. Instead of seeking instant gratification, focus on trading current comfort for future security. This mindset shift is crucial for long-term success. Understanding the full scope of your debts is a crucial step toward financial freedom. Start by making a complete inventory of your obligations. List every debt, big or small, and detail each one. Who are your creditors? How much do you owe? What are the payment terms? Knowing your debt isn't just about recognizing you owe money. It's about understanding the real impact these debts can have on your future. Third vital step is to create a detailed budget and start tracking all your expenses. This practice is fundamental for gaining control over your finances and identifying areas where you can make significant adjustments. Often we don't realize where our money goes until we start tracking every expense. A budget gives you clarity on your spending habits and helps you see where every dollar is going. Budgeting isn't just about numbers. It's about becoming aware of your financial habits and discovering where you can make changes. When you track your expenses, you gain precision and control over your finances. You'll start to notice patterns and identify areas where you might be wasting money or spending unnecessarily. Knowing exactly where your money goes allows you to adjust your budget and make cuts where needed, making it easier to pay off debt and save. When it comes to paying off debt, one of the most strategic moves you can make is to swap a high-interest debt for one with lower interest. This can be a real turning point on your path to financial recovery. High-interest debts can quickly become a crushing burden, making it hard to get out of the red. By switching to a lower-interest loan, you reduce the total amount you'll pay over time and free up more resources to pay down the principal. First step is to identify which debts have the highest interest rates. Then look for options to consolidate those debts into a new loan with a lower rate. This could be a personal loan with better terms, a line of credit with reduced rates, or transferring your credit card balance to a new card with a low or even zero introductory rate. Consolidating debt can make your payments more manageable and save you money in the long run. Switching your debt might seem like a simple solution, but it's crucial to evaluate all the conditions before making a decision. Make sure you understand all the details, such as possible transfer fees or changes in payment terms. The goal is to ensure that the new debt truly offers relief and doesn't create new problems. Always read the fine print and calculate the real savings before consolidating. Renegotiating your debts means talking to your creditors to modify the payment terms, such as the interest rate, payment amount, or repayment period. Many creditors are willing to offer better terms if you show commitment to paying off your debt. Lowering your interest rate can reduce the total cost and make payments more manageable. Extending the repayment period can lower your monthly payments, easing your financial pressure. Negotiating your debts can bring several advantages: lower interest rates, smaller monthly payments, and immediate relief if you're facing temporary financial difficulties. Creditors often prefer to reach an agreement rather than risk a default. By negotiating, you can avoid missed payments and improve your overall financial situation. Remember, it's always better to communicate openly with your creditors than to ignore the problem. Negotiate effectively. Prepare before contacting your creditors. Have a clear picture of your financial situation and know how much you can pay each month. Be honest and transparent about your difficulties and show your willingness to stick to a new agreement. Propose solutions such as lower interest, longer terms, or adjusted payment plans. Always get any new agreement in writing to avoid future misunderstandings. Beyond the 5 steps, there are 2 popular strategies you can combine with them: the snowball method and the avalanche method. The snowball method involves paying off your smallest debts first, regardless of interest rates. By eliminating a small debt, you experience a sense of accomplishment, which can boost your motivation to tackle larger debts. This approach helps create positive momentum, like a snowball gaining size as it rolls down a hill. Avalanche method, on the other hand, focuses on paying off debts with the highest interest rates first. By attacking the most expensive debts, you reduce the total amount paid in interest over time. This approach can save you more money in the long run, even if it doesn't provide the same immediate psychological boost as the snowball method. Choose the method that best fits your motivation and financial profile. Both the snowball and avalanche methods can be effective when combined with the previous steps and a disciplined approach. The key is to stay consistent and adapt your strategy to your personal situation. Whether you need the motivation of quick wins or the savings from reduced interest, both methods can help you make progress toward financial freedom. Small changes and sacrifices today pave the way for a more secure and comfortable future. Adopting small changes and sacrifices today is the foundation for a safer and more comfortable financial future. With determination and the right strategies, it's possible to overcome debt and achieve the financial freedom you desire. Remember, the journey to wealth isn't about avoiding all debt, but about learning how to use it wisely. Every step you take today brings you closer to your goals. Let's recap the key steps. First, shift your mindset and be willing to make sacrifices for future comfort. Second, list all your debts and understand their impact. Third, create a budget and track your expenses to gain control. Fourth, look for ways to lower your interest rates or consolidate debts. Fifth, negotiate with creditors for better terms. Finally, choose a repayment strategy, snowball or avalanche, that fits your needs. Financial education is the cornerstone of building wealth and escaping the debt trap. The more you understand about money, debt, and investing, the better equipped you'll be to make smart decisions. Don't let myths or fear hold you back. Take the time to learn, seek advice, and apply what you discover. Knowledge is your most powerful asset on the road to financial freedom. Many people fall into the trap of thinking that all debt is bad, or that the only way to succeed is to avoid debt altogether. This mindset can limit your opportunities and keep you from building real wealth. Instead, focus on understanding the difference between good and bad debt, and use debt strategically to acquire assets that generate income. Avoid using debt to buy things that lose value or don't contribute to your financial growth. Wealthy use debt as a tool to build wealth, not as a burden. By leveraging good debt to acquire assets, they create streams of income that pay off the debt and generate profit. This approach requires discipline, education, and a willingness to take calculated risks. With the right mindset and strategy, you can use debt to accelerate your journey to financial independence. Assets are the key to financial freedom. When you use good debt to acquire assets like real estate, businesses, or investments, you create opportunities for passive income and long-term growth. Focus on building your asset column, not just paying off liabilities. The more assets you have, the easier it becomes to achieve and maintain wealth. When borrowing, always have a clear plan for how the debt will be repaid and how it will generate income. Avoid borrowing for consumption or non-essential purchases. Instead, focus on investments that will pay for themselves and provide a return. Smart borrowing is about making your money work for you, not against you. Regularly review your financial situation and track your progress toward your goals. Celebrate small victories along the way, whether it's paying off a debt or acquiring a new asset. Staying motivated and focused is essential for long-term success. Remember, building wealth is a journey, not a sprint. As your financial situation improves, it's tempting to increase your spending. However, avoiding lifestyle inflation is key to maintaining and growing your wealth. Continue to live below your means, reinvest your earnings, and focus on building assets. This discipline will help you stay on track and reach your long-term financial goals. Developing strong financial habits is essential for lasting success. This includes budgeting, saving, investing, and regularly reviewing your financial goals. The habits you build today will shape your financial future. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your wealth grow over time. Achieving financial freedom takes time and patience. There will be setbacks and challenges along the way, but staying focused on your goals and maintaining a positive mindset will help you overcome obstacles. Remember, every step you take brings you closer to the life you want. Everyone makes financial mistakes at some point. The key is to learn from them and adjust your strategy moving forward. Don't let setbacks discourage you. Instead, use them as opportunities to grow and improve. The most successful people are those who keep learning and adapting. If you're unsure about your financial decisions, don't hesitate to seek professional advice. Financial advisors can help you create a personalized plan, avoid common pitfalls, and make the most of your resources. Investing in expert guidance can pay off in the long run and help you achieve your goals faster. Staying motivated on your financial journey is crucial. Set clear goals, track your progress, and remind yourself why you started. Surround yourself with supportive people and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Motivation will keep you moving forward even when things get tough. Sharing what you've learned about debt and wealth building can help others on their own journeys. Talk to friends and family about the strategies that have worked for you and encourage them to seek financial education as well. Together, you can build a community of support and success. Take time to celebrate your successes along the way. Whether you've paid off a debt, acquired a new asset, or reached a savings goal, acknowledging your progress will keep you motivated and focused. Remember, every milestone is a step closer to financial freedom. The journey to financial freedom doesn't end when you pay off your debts. Continue to set new goals, invest in your education, and seek out opportunities for growth. Stay curious, keep learning, and never stop striving for a better future. Your financial journey is just beginning. A secure and comfortable financial future starts with small changes today. By applying the principles and strategies we've discussed, you can overcome debt, build wealth, and achieve the freedom you desire. Remember, it's never too late to take control of your finances and start building the life you want. Thank you for watching this guide on transforming debt into wealth. We hope these practical steps have helped clarify the path to paying off your debts and reaching financial freedom. The road to a better financial future begins with the decisions you make today. Stay determined, keep learning, and remember, you have the power to change your financial destiny.